Down.
Live right now. Welcome everybody to the CyberSec show. My name is DC. I've got CyberLola here to talk with today about cybersecurity and getting started in cybersecurity and to help answer some of your questions at the end of the stream. So, CyberLola, how's it going? Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me. How's it going? It's
Pretty good. Pretty good. I know we've already just had this exact chat, so it's a bit weird to do it all over again. But that's okay. I mean, we're all here just to have a bit of fun and to maybe learn something.
Problem.
Maybe I'll learn something. I don't know. It's highly possible.
I mean, you know what they say: a day that goes by that you don't learn anything is a waste. So it's all good.
That's a good line. Yeah, I think I do probably learn something most days. Sometimes I learn too much, probably about myself more than anything. But anyway,
it counts. It counts. It counts. It doesn't need to be about cybersecurity. I mean, just like take a day off. Relax. You don't need to be doing cybersecurity 24/7.
I would love a day off. I was just thinking, just before this stream started, I was like, should I just take a week, just do nothing, go to the beach or something and just disappear for a while, maybe 1 week, that'd be all right. 2 weeks.
You don't need to disappear. I mean,
yeah, maybe 6 months. I don't know. Yeah, just retire.
Be a hermit.
Yeah,
you don't need to. But yeah, take a week off. It does you come back all revigorated, on a clean state of mind.
Feeling good about myself.
Stress is gone.
That's it.
You should.
I should. I think I should too. I think, yeah, I'll think about it. I'll sleep on it. I've got a bunch of questions here that I should probably get through at some point during this stream. But basically, let's start off with the basics. Can we get an introduction of you and who you are, and I guess how you got started in cybersecurity?
Well, as I asked you, do you want the short version or the long version?
We'll go with the long version. Let's go with the long one.
Oh my God. Okay. So how do I... for those who don't know me, my name is Lola. I go by CyberLola on most social media like Twitter, LinkedIn. And how did I get... Well, first, I was in a completely different field. And it was not something that you are in high school thinking what's going to be your career and where you're going to college to. No, it was something that I started since I was 3 years old, which was classical ballet.
Right.
That is yes, I was a professional classical ballerina.
Nice.
And I started studying music and ballet when I was 3 years old. And I mean, I was 17 when I graduated high school, and I'm going pro. I mean, my teachers, I had teachers making a campaign for me to go to med school because science, biology, chemistry, those were my favorite subjects in high school. If I go to med school, my ballet career is not gonna happen because those are two fields that are super demanding,
Yeah.
So no, it's not gonna happen. It's something that I have been doing my whole life. So no. So I went into pro and professional ballet, and I stayed there. I was in a high point of my career until one day I had a bad car accident.
Oh shit.
And yes, I took a ride with a co-worker from the theater. My car was broken in the garage, and I didn't end up not picking it up, something like that. And and we got involved in a bad car accident, and I got the worst part of it because I was 6 months in the hospital, hospitalized, plus 2 years rehab. So my career went bye.
2 years rehab?
Yeah, only to be on my feet, to be standing up again.
What the hell? Let's not relive.
People thought I was
Let's not go through this. Yeah, okay. It must have been pretty serious.
What happened? I was broken from head to toe. I was in a coma. Doctors first, it was not even if I was gonna walk again or if I was gonna. It was if you were gonna live. Basically, you're gonna live exactly.
Gee.
So yeah, it was complicated, but the physical, of course, was bad. Was really bad. Going through all these surgeries and rehab and just to be able to have normal functions again, normal human being. But that wasn't the worst. The worst was like mentally, emotionally, when you just find out that you're not going to be doing what you were doing your whole life, and the only thing that you know how to do, it's gone.
Yeah.
You're not going to be doing
That's
it
rough,
anymore.
isn't it? That would be shattering.
Oh yes. I mean, at the time I was living in the US, and I was gone. As soon as I could be back on my feet, I was like, bye. I was gone. I went to like, I didn't know what I was looking for. I went to find myself somewhere.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I went to Europe. I was there for a couple of years doing absolutely nothing, like being miserable and depressed and everything. And when I was like mentally speaking on my lowest point, I met someone who I ended up getting married to. And that's where when I moved here to Tokyo. I'm in Tokyo,
Right.
but I'm in Tokyo, by the way. So yes, I came. It was I had no plan on getting married, but it was something that met me when I was on my lowest point, like emotionally. It was someone who like highly supported me, and we got married. Of course, I moved here to Tokyo, but then you are like, okay, it's a different lifestyle that I was used to, not only financially, but it's a new country. Okay, you need to find some work, but what work? I mean, I don't know how to do anything. I mean, so I just got a regular 8 to 5. Here it's not 9 to 5. Here it's 8, because they don't pay you for your lunchtime.
Right.
So it's 8 to 5. And I just started doing that just to get paid, to get a salary. But it was boring, because it was not something, when you're on something as demanding as ballet, since you're like a kid, you learn how to be dedicated, how to have like great discipline, how to work hard for something, be ambitious, be competitive, and you don't get that to a job that you just go there, do something, you don't learn, there's no potential growth or anything. So you just feel like a waste. You feel like unfulfilled potential. And I was very frustrated with that. It wasn't cool. I was doing it. I was getting paid, but it was not good. And I shared that with my husband. And he was like, oh, you're smart. Why you don't work with the computer? You love computers. Find something to do with the computer. Because like rewinding all the way back to childhood. I mean, computers were a hobby, I mean, when I had time at like the evening nights, I loved being online. I loved like, I had my first computer. I was like maybe a toddler or something like that. So I always was around computers because it was something that I enjoyed doing. But I never thought of it as a career. I had no intention of doing anything else besides ballet. But what my husband said, they left me thinking. I was like, all right, maybe I could. But I was like, I just turned 30. I'm not a kid anymore. Can I start like a career from nothing, just from doing something as a hobby? And I started like researching, like, computer careers, IT careers, and whatnot, something along those lines. And that was when I came across cybersecurity, like the whole like, oh, you can hack and get paid. I was like, oh, what is that? That sounds fun. So I got interested and started watching more videos about it, like YouTube videos of people talking about it. I was like, that's fun. Can I do that? And then like going like digging into the rabbit hole, like digging deeper. Oh, learn how to do this.
Deep diving straight into that pool.
Like learn how to do this, and I would watch like, that looks, I can do that. And then that's how it started. And like to fast forward a little bit, it became something that I would do like every evening after I got back from work, had dinner and stuff.
Do a bit of reading and learning.
What became as like a mere curiosity about what's that about, like became some serious studying, Okay, I like this. I'm super interested. What does it take to be a professional in this career was my next thought, you know,
Yeah.
like to kind of structure and give you some structure to what happened. And listening to many people talking, it was like, well, you need to know like IT fundamentals. I was like, okay, great, IT fundamentals. Then I went through like many courses, IT fundamentals. Next, okay, when I felt comfortable, okay, next, what do you need to know? Oh, networking. Oh, networking. Cool, awesome.
Yeah.
I went through the whole CCNA course.
Bloody hell. Yeah, right.
I was like, okay, now I know IT fundamentals. Now I know networking. Next. And
what's next? Yeah,
what's
right.
Next? Like only, you know, you listen to many videos, but then you need to use a little bit of common sense, which comes no matter which career you are.
Yeah, I was about to say that's
tells you, oh, you can be an expert in 6 months. That's not gonna happen, no matter which career you are.
Shortcuts to success. Yeah.
So you listen to many people, you kind of parse what's BS or what this person kind of seems like they know what they're talking about. And you see the same thing being repeated over and over. And then I thought, that seems okay. That seems like the right path to do. That's why I chose like IT fundamentals, networking, and that's what it came.
Yeah, right.
Then after I came across the cyber mentor, Heath Adams, with his practical ethical hacking course.
Yep.
That's awesome. I really recommend this course. It's super good.
You're the second person who's come onto this who's said definitely do it so far. So
super good. Yeah. Then at the same time, I started doing like the beginner path at Try Hack Me. That is a platform that has like labs that you can practice. Whatever you can learn a lot because they guide you through. It's like a super educational platform, but not only you can learn there as well, but you also can practice there what you learn in other trainings. That actually was what I did when I was studying to get certified. I would like learn the concepts, like the learning objectives, and I would go practice them at Try Hack Me. Like,
did you do like the
doing it.
King of the Hill challenges or any of those on there?
Yes, I did.
They were fun, weren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like them.
So that kind of happened at the same time. I was doing his course, and then I was doing Try Hack Me, and then I met someone who was studying for the AGPT. Oh my God, it's my company. I don't even know how to say the name. EJPT. I met someone who was studying.
Right.
And it looked fun because there is this platform that you can study, and then after when you feel like you're okay, you buy the voucher and take the certification.
Yep.
And it was ironing. So I signed up for my starter pass, which is free.
Yep.
And that was maybe the first time that I kind of followed. Oh, besides his course, actually is like very nicely structured. But INE was like the first like kind of like platform who gave me like a whole
formal
structure
education type thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I will follow like video 1 or slides 1 and labs and everything. But at the same time that I was studying for the EJPT, I was also doing his course, and I was also doing Try Hack Me. That all came at the same time.
Right.
Anyway, some time passed. I mean, many people told me, "Oh, you should take it. You're prepared." But you know, insecurity is
imposter syndrome, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, no. I had to be practically like forced to take it. You need to take it now. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
I was ordered to take it. So I took it, and I passed.
Right. Congrats.
Which was awesome and gave me thank you. Which was awesome and gave me all sorts of like nice. So I guess I can really be doing this. But anyways, you asked me. It was something that it felt to me that gave me kind of the same satisfaction at another level. I mean, but the same satisfaction as to something that I can grow something that I can be ambitious, I can be dedicated, and I can be disciplined about.
Right.
And that's kind of a personality that I was like raised with ballet.
Super
I don't know how to be
dedicated
any
to the
different.
task at hand type thing.
Exactly. I don't know how to be any different. I was doing that like 3 years after I was born.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
So that's how
That's
it started.
a
But
yeah.
at the same time, like I met a lot of people in this process. And not long after the EJPT, I got an internship, a cybersecurity internship with a gentleman by the name of Neil Bridges.
Yep.
I got an internship with him, which was awesome. And it was because one thing is you watching videos and you study, you are not really on the job and you really don't know how it is. You think you know, but
Yep.
once you start working on it, maybe what you thought it was going to be completely different,
For sure. Yeah,
So
that's
I
exactly
went.
what we do with the Safer Internet project as well, actually, is we do those real engagements so that people can get that real experience of what it's like to, see it
Exactly,
firsthand.
because
Yeah.
to be honest, okay, I studied the IT fundamentals, I studied networking, I studied like putting my hands into cloud too, like a bunch of things that I thought were important. But my objective was like, I had this mindset that it was going to be pen testing, it was going to be offensive security pen testing. That's what I thought was cool. That's what I thought was my personality, That's
Yeah.
what I see even now. But when I started being an intern for Neil, I kind of went with an open mind, Oh, he knew my background. He knew what I was good at. He had seen me, gone through all my stuff. But
Yep.
he knew that-that's what I was like training myself to be. That's what I was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so he went another way with me.
Okay.
And it was kind of lucky because, like I said, even though it's not that I was like that serious that I only wanted to be a pen tester. No, it was not that. It was just something I thought, wow, that's really cool. And that's what I started studying more and doing more. So
Yep.
that's what I said, oh, that's what I'm going to be, But then,
Yeah, fair enough.
I still remember my first job with Neil was like researching, educating myself to get ready to do something who had absolutely nothing to do with pen testing yes, still cybersecurity, but nothing to do with pen testing or offensive security. And I didn't complain. I kept an open mind. I said, fine. I mean, learning not something new is not gonna hurt, right?
Yeah. I mean, you might as well learn and go with the flow, really. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having the chance here with this internship. I might as well learn something. No, that's fine. No, I don't mind. Let's keep an open mind. And I will tell you that having this posture throughout my career has actually been, at least to me, it has been absolutely beneficial.
So you reckon going in with that open mind to education and I guess like the learning experience is really the thing that sort of pushed you around there.
And I will explain why. Because if you don't keep an open mind, you might not be exposed or have to learn for work or something that you might even realize that you love. Hey, I like that. But you would not be doing that if you were only mindset that you only want to do that and that's all you want to do,
Yeah.
No,
don't put the blinders on.
Especially
just
when
go
you're
in
in the beginning of your career.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in the beginning of your career, be exposed, keep an open mind.
Yeah.
You might find something that you love. I did it when I started my job at INE. Of course, I pen test, I do vulnerability management, all the offensive stuff.
All the things.
But I learned that I love cloud security. And it's something that now I'm heavily invested in, not only because it's my job, but because of personal reasons. I want to grow in it. I found out that I love it.
Okay.
I like it very much, but it was something that, okay.
Do you think it's like the process that you like? Because I mean, cloud security and hardening cloud systems is a very process-driven, I guess, piece of the cybersecurity industry? Is it perhaps like that process that you really like, the structure to it, or is it more just like it's something that you find I guess interesting and just different to what you thought it would be?
Well, like I said, I had like a very fundamental knowledge of AWS when I started.
Yeah.
Like fundamental.
Yeah.
Nothing more. I know what an EC2 was. I know what an S3 bucket was. Like very, but as my job required, I went digging like deeper and deeper, and getting educated, trying to keep up,
Yeah.
And I like this, And another thing that I had no idea about, that I had like to turbo educate myself and learn it really fast, was infrastructure as code. That's fun.
Yeah.
Infrastructure, Terraform, infrastructure as code. Fun.
Okay.
And I didn't know. Like, if you talk to me like 1 year ago, 2 years ago, I had no idea what it is. I'm gonna be a pen tester because that's what I am studying.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Changed. Yes, I still have to do it. So yeah, of course I do it. But now my mind has changed,
Yeah, right.
I think my job, thanks to my job, I have become maybe a little bit more business oriented. Because it always comes down to what's beneficial for the business and protecting your business. That's what all comes down,
Yeah, and how you can support your clients or whatever your business model is. In INE's case, more so the members or students or interns or whichever word you want to use.
Side, I'm not. We have like many departments, and I don't directly deal with the clients unless it's a B2B client that requires me to be present to give them a security perspective or infrastructure. Then I will be present. Otherwise, I am just doing internal stuff.
Right. Oh, that's fun. That's cool. So I guess along that journey into cybersecurity, and one thing that I want to mention as well is that cybersecurity is one of those great industries, and you're testament to this, where you can go into it thinking you're going to do one thing and do something completely different and find that it's actually more fun than the original thing.
Open mind.
Exactly, yeah. And it's just like cybersecurity is the industry, and there's so many little aspects in there that you can, grab hold of and get involved in. And I think that's one of my favorite things about the industry, is that you can sort of move laterally along and have fun with it. There's lots of fun to be had. With your journey into cybersecurity, though, what do you think was like the moment for you where you were like, and you did kind of touch on this, but I want to go into more detail, where you thought this is exactly what you want to do. You're like, this is fun. What was that exact moment for you?
When I kept going back to it over and over and over, and like in the middle of my boring 8 to 5 job, all I could think of was going back home and going back to it and learning. Like, I was like, my body would be doing my boring job. My mind was like thinking of what I was learning, when I was gonna go back home, what I was gonna do, like not even realizing what time it was. Like it was like way like before COVID or anything like that. So my work was on premises, so I needed to wake up like really early, which I don't like.
Especially working for a company that's on a complete opposite time zone to where you are. That's tricky for sure.
No, I'm not talking about INE. I'm talking about when I started on cybersecurity.
Oh, okay, right.
Another job.
Oh, okay, right.
Yes. I wasn't even thinking about time. I would like get home, take a shower, eat dinner, talk with my husband. Was extremely supportive. He knew that I was like, I put my mind into it. That's what I was gonna do. He was extremely supportive. Like, kudos to him for putting up with that, because he was like having dinner, talking a little bit, then I would be gone to the computer,
Yeah.
And sometimes it will be like midnight, 1, 2. I'm like, oh my God, I have to wake up in like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
So that's when I realized that I had that feeling that it was something that I just put myself into. I started being dedicated. I started making it a routine to every day be like kind of be consistent. It's funny because like not only like weekdays but weekends, holidays, days off, that's all I would do besides my boring job and like house stuff that unfortunately I have to do too. But that's all I would
You've
do.
got to make money one way or the other.
That's how I know. I
Mm.
just got pulled into it. I couldn't think of anything else. I said, okay, that's it. I can dedicate myself to it. I can. There's like, I don't think one lifetime is enough to learn everything there is, but I'm gonna do my best. I'll try
Yeah.
and see what happens next.
It keeps bloody changing. That's the problem. Everything changes. So it's I mean it's not really a problem. It's kind of a perk in a way that it keeps it, everything's interesting
But yeah,
and
it's
different.
not boring.
So absolutely not.
Like I
No way.
said, yeah. There is
Yeah.
always new stuff that you can add to your skill set, whatever that is. And like I said, you might find even that something that you were not really familiar with, but because of your job or the company you work with, you had to dig into doing it because it's your job. You're there to be doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
But then
that's
you
it.
find out you like it. It's actually fun.
Yeah, that's a good, I guess, take on it. But yeah, that's true. On to the next question. And this one I know you're going to have another long answer for, so this will be a good one. So if you want to take a short cigarette break, you're more than welcome. But this one is, what is your favorite piece of educational material that you've learnt on? For example, like which one was the one that stood out for you the most and really grabbed you in and really got you involved in cybersecurity that you would probably recommend to people to take up as well?
Like I said, it was just like a group of things that I did all at the same time. They worked for me,
Yeah.
which was doing Heath's course, doing Try Hack Me, and doing INE all of the same time.
Yeah, right. Okay. And any in particular that you thought was like the one that, if you had to recommend any, I guess,
I think
educational
that
content?
each one of them maybe served a different purpose.
That's true.
I
That's a
think,
good answer.
INE,
I like that. Yeah, that's a good
INE
answer.
gave me the structure.
Mm.
Since it was something that the goal was certification.
Yeah.
So it gave me structure. It wasn't something like loose, because it's very easy to, like, when you're entering a new world, it's kind of easy to get sidetracked.
Yeah.
You see one thing, that's fun, I'm gonna learn that, but you don't learn it. You just watch the video a little bit and you just get familiar. But then the next YouTube recommendation that looks fun too, I'm gonna learn that, and then I'm gonna learn that, and then you end up not learning anything, at least not at a level that's gonna be useful to you at some point. You're familiar with it, you heard of it, but you're not really learning. And it's very easy to get sidetracked. I won't say I didn't. I had my days of, that's fun. That's fun too.
I mean, that's life, really. I mean, it's easy to get distracted with things, especially when there is a flood of information out there.
That's why INE was very beneficial in that point, because my goal was getting that certification, and to get that certification, I had a structure that I kind of forced myself to follow.
Okay.
So so that was very beneficial for me, at least, to have that structure, like that program that I had to follow from beginning to end in order to next take the certification.
Yeah.
But his course helped me because the way that he does it is like something you kind of see the concepts and you see him kind of doing them, and you can follow at the same time that you do them.
Right.
So it gave me that yeah, it was very nice.
I'm so interested. I've not done any of his courses, but I've been recommended to do it countless times now.
Highly recommend it. And that's the first one. He has many, but you start by this one, the practical ethical. Highly recommended.
Yeah.
So
I
so
mean,
yeah,
do you think I would
the way
learn
he's
new things though, or because I mean I've been in cybersecurity for a while now, and I don't know,
mm,
maybe, probably. I mean, I'm sure there's something I
I
don't know,
mean,
but
if you have
yeah.
time, if you have time, I think I like the way that he teaches and he exposes things because it, it perks your interest, you know,
Mm,
and you can absolutely do the things at the same time that he's doing them.
yeah.
So it's not like a presentation thing, like that you have to watch, focus, then you watch it again, take some notes, and then you go practice. It's not like that. You can perfectly do it at the same time that he does. He has a very particular way of teaching that they get you hooked.
Okay.
Eh, not
Like
many
a
people
high.
can do that. Not
Mm,
many instructors have this quality.
that's a yeah. I
I
mean,
mean,
that's it's definitely a perk for him. It's definitely worked out for him to in a good way. But yeah, I mean, people rave about the courses, so maybe I should give it a look, and then I can help recommend
yeah,
it
and
as well
I
at some
mean,
point.
the practical hacking courses to basically has some other courses. There are like higher levels of
Yeah, I wonder if
not
Neil's done
not
any of those courses. Do you know, per chance?
Neo. I don't think
Yeah,
so.
yeah,
No, I
I
don't
doubt
think
it.
so.
Yeah, fair enough.
But so yeah, that was very cool, really cool. And Try Hack Me supported me in the way that I had their labs, their boxes, they have the rooms, and you
Yeah,
can just stay there and you can do the things that you learn in the training over and for example, say that at the INE training, oh, so now we are going to learn about cross-site scripting, just giving you an example, you know, though they
yep,
have a lab there you can do there, and everything, you learn the concept, you learn what it is, you watch the video, you go through the slides, you read everything, and then you practice the lab. But then you feel like doing it. I'm a very visual person, and I need to be doing it in order for me to. I'm not a reader. I don't learn reading at all. I need to. I need the visual support, and I need to do it myself again and again and again. I think
mm.
that's due to my ballet background, that to perfect something you need to do it over and over and over and over again, a million
Practice
times
makes
until it
perfect,
gets
right?
exactly.
I
And Try
think
Hack Me
so.
gave me that.
Hmm.
Try Hack Me gave me that platform that I had. I could just go to Try Hack Me, and
I wonder if you
like
ever
they
did
have
you
this.
ever do a room called Capture the Flag, but it's written in leet text, so it's like capture C4P, and it's all
At
about like
Try Hack
hashing,
Me, I
dehashing.
did. I think I did all the rooms. It's like close to 400 rooms.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't done
You
that for a
probably
while
did
now.
do
I
that
have.
because yeah, I created that
Yes.
room way back when Try Hack Me first started, and just for a bit of fun, really,
I
because I was
think I
talking
might
with
have done
Ben.
it because
Highly possible. I think it's one of the. I think it's one of the. Well, it used to be one of the more popular crypto rooms in there of like dehashing
oh,
different
okay.
hashes, and it was it's kind of fun. But if you haven't, check it out. It's a fun room. It's one of the free ones, I think.
I
I'm
might
pretty sure
have
it's
done it
free.
because there was a hash. There is in the INE code, the INE code, when they touch about hashes. So that's what I
Yeah.
would do. When I was presented to a topic there, I would just go to Try Hack Me, like
Mm,
search the subject, for example, like hash or cross-site scripting or whatever, and would give me the list of rooms that touch on that topic. And then I
yeah.
would do them again and again and again. Doesn't matter that I already got the answer and I go like, congratulations, that pop-up they have, right? No,
Yeah.
I would go there and do it again and do it again. I had the
There's
premium, the one that you pay $10 a month, so cheap.
yeah.
So I had like unlimited time of just like with the
Just
VPN.
messing
So I
about with
would
it,
do them
yeah.
again and again and again until I could do that with my eyes closed. And that's
Nice.
how I approached it. So
Okay.
you tell me which platform gave you the most. It was a combination.
Yeah.
My
Yeah, it's a
approach
good
was,
answer.
I thought that combination was benefited me the most.
Okay.
I mean, INE was like my structure,
Yep.
and I just had these other platforms, those other sources that complemented it.
Hmm. Yeah, fair enough. That makes sense. I mean, it's a good approach to sort of take a whole bunch of different education and stuff that keeps you excited and motivated to keep going and then keeping on, basically just keeping on going with it. Have you ever checked out a website called Crypto Hack before, perchance? It's the prettiest CTF, like gamified learning website I've ever seen. It's beautiful.
Really?
Absolutely. Just check it. Just have a look. It's free. There's lots of fun rooms. It's mostly about like dehashing and more like program based, I guess CTFs. But yeah, it's a good website. It just looks beautiful.
For God's sakes, I forgot something. Yes, when I was like way in the beginning, then I what it takes to go into this. Okay, IT fundamentals, network, Linux. Now you're talking about the cool platform. Oh, that over the wire, that bandit.
Oh yeah, over the wire bandit. How good is that?
So much. I did that so many times, like over and over when I was learning Linux.
It is. It's a great room to learn all of those Linux commands. It's something. Yeah, I always recommend that as well. It's
over the wire bandit.
Yeah, the Bandit series. Have a look at some of the other ones as well. They get increasingly more difficult. And but it's free and it's fun and it's good. It's free education is always awesome.
Oh yes, absolutely. I mean, I mean, as long as it's quality stuff, I mean, you don't need to. You just start for the free stuff. If you find out that you really love it, that you wanna go deeper, so yeah, but go further on some paid education. But especially when you're starting, they're not sure. Because that's the thing, maybe you might think that you love something, but when you go deeper, or especially when you start working, it becomes your responsibility, One thing is doing it for fun, and you dream that you're going to get that job one day, and you want the job. But it's not, honestly, it's not your job, it's not your responsibility. You're doing it because you like it. You want it to be a career, but it's not yet. It's different. But you need to do it because it's your responsibility, it's your job. And your company depends on whatever it is that you're doing. You might find out that you don't love it so much.
That's fair. That's that does happen.
I've seen
onto the next question. If you had to give one piece of advice to newcomers into the industry, what would it be?
So many. I know that everyone has different personalities. Different ways of learning and different personalities, but I of course I'm familiar with what worked for me. Maybe what worked for me is not going to work for someone else,
of course
learning wise. But I would say giving some structure would be a good idea, not go all over the place. That might delay you a little bit. That's what I even heard other people talking. It's good to have a little learning structure.
I find that
you don't need to have go ahead.
I was just saying, I find that talking to someone who can give you a guidance plan, just a rough
that
plan.
Was gonna be my number 5-6 advice. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Go on then. Sorry, I won't interrupt. Let's hear it.
But now that yes, I absolutely wholeheartedly agree. Find a mentor.
Yeah.
Find a mentor. But the mentor thing is not only because you're new, because you just started, you're in the beginning. No, I mean, I talk to people who are way more senior than I am, and they have a mentor too. They have someone they trust. They exchange ideas, and they talk to. It can be done at all stages of your career. Just have a mentor. I have many. No, not many. I have some. that I trust. Like Neil is one of them.
Yeah.
So I think, and I would say most people will be happy to help you. Of course, when you approach them, don't be like, "Hi, sir," and then nothing else. Just come with,
I know it too well. Yeah.
People are busy. you know.
Yeah.
So you have to think
The
how
other
you're
one
gonna
that's
approach
annoying
that.
is asking if you can ask a question. So like, hi, sir, can I ask you a question? I'm just like, just ask the
You
question.
just did.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Just ask
just
what it
did.
is you want. Don't ask if you can ask. Just ask the question, and then I'll answer you. That's the
Exactly.
yeah.
But you know, maybe that comes once you're on the job, and like when you're busy, you don't have that much. The communication needs to be efficient, you know. You
True.
want people to listen to what you're saying, but you understand that this person is busy, so it's not, be respectful of people's time,
Yeah.
you know. Okay, yeah, the person got a notification, so oh my god, they have to interrupt whatever they're doing to go see what is it that they didn't. Okay, then you make the person read. Okay, they already interrupted what they were doing, and they go there. What is it? Can I ask you a question? Hi, sir. Or the funniest ones. Can you hack someone's something?
Can you hack my Facebook? And you're like, is it your Facebook?
It's always someone's
and
something.
why? Yeah.
It's like, can you, hi, please, sir, hack whoever's.
My favorite one is
whatever's.
actually being asked for free equipment. So people are like, can I have a laptop? I'm like, no. No.
Actually, I haven't.
Why?
The one that I always, people send me messages to this day on a daily basis is that, please, sir, mind you that I'm not a sir, but whatever. Like, please, sir,
Yeah.
like hack whoever's whatever's. Hack my girlfriend's Instagram. Hack
Yeah.
my friend's Facebook. Sorry, no. I don't even bother. I see sometimes people who like go on to, I don't. Sorry, bro.
Yeah. Sorry, bro.
Hi, bro. Hi, bro.
Just slap him with the bro. Okay.
I'm like, sorry, bro.
Nah. Yeah, I do the same
think.
thing. I usually go like as Aussie as possible though. I'm just like, nah mate, can't do it. It's not my thing, hey. And they're like, what the fuck?
Yes.
Who is this
Yeah,
guy?
sorry, bro. It's
Yeah.
a no from me. You know?
It's a hard pass.
So yeah, but anyways, the point here is you need to be efficient with your communication. And that's actually that's practice, good practice for you need to be efficient on how you communicate with people in your job. People are busy. Don't be like full of fluff, you know. Nobody likes fluff, especially tech people. Be right to the point, you know. Just tell me what you want. Structure, think about the message. Neil has the perfect thought, is what, so what, now what, structure.
Okay.
Think about that when you message someone. What?
Yeah.
So what? Now what? If you think about that structure, a paragraph is sent to someone, I guarantee that people will reply to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
But
so
hello, can I ask you a question? That's I'm sure you're gonna piss off like the vast majority of the cyber people.
Maybe.
Nobody likes, can I ask you a question? Nobody.
No, that's 100%. What's a typical day like for you? So you're working as a cybersecurity engineer, focusing on cloud security, right? At INE.
So many things, like jack of all trades.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's a typical day like for you?
Cybersecurity is one of the things that I am very heavily focused, because it's, besides being my job, is something that I found out that I absolutely love, and I want to go deeper, like from my own career. And luckily my employer supports like further education.
Yeah.
So I only have to say the word that I want, like to do this certification, or want to do whatever, they fully support it. It's something I want to do for myself. I found out that I'm extremely interested in cloud security, and I want to go further. Okay, yeah, cloud security is part of my job. Of course, the whole vulnerability assessments and pen tests, that is my job. Yeah. I deal with the compliance side of the house too. That I was very well trained as an intern for Neil. Mm-hmm. That's how I started thinking about development of policies and all the different frameworks like NIST, GDPR and such. That's how he first took me, you know. I am thinking, oh, nice, I got an internship. I'm going to hack the planet. Then he goes and gives me 400 pages of NIST. Read it.
The NIST Bible. Just slap that one on you. What a that's legendary.
And
That's
I'm
funny
super
as.
thankful.
Yeah.
And I'm super thankful.
That's funny as.
Because
that's
ensuring compliance and developing policies. We
it's
work
important.
with, not only with B2C, we work with B2B too, you know?
Yeah.
So when you have a company as a client, they have to make sure they want you to inquire about your security infrastructure, you know,
Sure.
and you need to be compliant in so many levels. So if I hadn't been exposed and very well trained by me during my internship, I would be like a question mark face.
Yeah.
So you see, you keep an open mind, you learn a skill that's going to be very beneficial later. There you go.
For sure. That's good. That's pretty much all the questions I had. If anyone in the chat, we've still got like 10 minutes left on the stream. So if anyone has any questions that they want to ask, now's the time to ask. Drop them in the chat, and I'll read them out, and myself and Lola can answer the questions for you. I think I saw one.
In chat. I am.
No, that's okay. I'll read out the questions. Yeah, I'll so a full screen of me. Well, this must be really weird because the camera I'm talking to you on is here, but the camera I'm talking to on the live stream is here. So it's like you're probably just looking at me on this. Like I'm not. Now I'm looking at you.
Really, because also, it's hard because I don't know where to put my eye contact because my Mac is right here, but right here is where I have my big monitor. So it's all distributed. I'm seeing everything like this. So that's why my eyes.
The command center.
Yeah, right. Oh, it's my. Yeah, it's my command center. Yeah.
Fair enough. I think I saw some questions in here. Let's have a look. I have a question on Darknet as keen learner. Can I ask you for that problem? I don't know what that question means, so I'm going to skip over that one. There hasn't been any other questions in here, so I guess it's just free time now to talk for a few minutes about whatever you... Yeah, you've got anything you want to talk about? Any shout-outs? I know you mentioned before this that we have some inside scoop information on a blog that you've written, so let's hear about that.
Yes, I will. This week I'll be featured on INE's blog because it's Women's Month, so it's gonna be really cool. Okay. And I will be on the INE live. There is a live stream by INE every week on Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay.
And this next week's guest is Lily Clark, and she's awesome.
Oh yeah.
And next week, not this week that starts, the other one, it's gonna be me.
Yeah, so right. Can't see me. Cool. Oh, that'll be fun. So where do people find this the INE blog? Is it just on their website or?
Yes.
Okay.
It's in the INE.com.
Cool. Easy. Easy to find.
Yeah, it's easy.
We've had a question here from Sicario. He says, any top tips for junior red teamers? Have you got any? Yeah, any top tips for junior red teamers?
Top tips. Okay.
Yeah, top tips. Yeah, what's your
red
best
teamer?
tip?
Okay, you say red teamer, but red teamer is a broad field.
I'm gonna take a wild stab at pen testing. I would guess, but
pen testing of what?
Ooh, good question. Let's go with the typical
pen testing of what? Web application, network, mobile, IoT, cloud.
I would be saying that as a junior pen tester.
Broad.
Yeah.
It's very broad.
I mean, how many junior pen testers are pen testing mobile apps though? Not many juniors. I think most juniors are going in on like web apps, to be honest.
Practice. Do it over and over and over again.
Just
until
keep going.
You can do the thing. Yes. Like my favorite thing, like specifically for web app pen testing, my favorite resource is actually the Portswigger Academy. The web application, like it's a company that makes Burp Suite.
Yep.
They have like hundreds of labs there that you can access on your web browser. You just click and poof, it comes. No need for VPN. And this, like me, it's like this. There's nothing that platform doesn't cover about web app. That's awesome. It's one of my favorite. And the Pen Tester Lab, Luis's platform, that is very good too. But it would be good maybe start by the Portswigger because it's more basic, I would say. And then once you are a little bit like comfortable doing the pen testing thing, just go to Luis's platform, Pen Tester Lab, and start by the essentials. If it's pen test, web app pen testing, I would say that.
Yeah, I would add to this because he has asked
maybe
as well.
My top tip will be specify when you ask.
Yeah.
Saying red team, what is red team? Oh, is that pen test? Okay, what pen test it is?
Yeah, he did specify later on. He said mainly web app and networks.
Say what?
He did reply back. He said mainly web apps and networks. I have some advice here actually for web app and pen tests or any sort of pen test really is to try and find some hands-on experience that you can do to learn those things, because I find for myself that having actually like doing it, so while reading a lab or about different types of vulnerabilities or whatever, that's great, but actually getting hands-on and doing it, I find that's a great place to learn and to figure things out if you don't know. I mean, that's how I learn. I'm not saying it's the best way for you to learn, but it's an option. I think it's a good option. So yeah,
practice, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I've got another question here from Rio Whitehouse. He says, what's your favorite public cloud that you like to work with from a hardening/blue team perspective? Or are the bulk of the sec policies baked into Terraform/IAC configs?
Yeah. What is it? I work mainly with AWS. I will be very honest, even though I have studied the fundamentals of Azure and Google, they extremely confuse me, and I hope I never have to go any deeper than knowing the fundamentals. I'm an AWS person.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So I can't say much about others.
So AWS is your favorite out of more necessity than anything else because it's the one you use the most. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah, understandable.
I mean, when you study cloud fundamentals, you get exposed to the three main providers like AWS, Azure, and Google. But I mean, there are people, I have talked to many people at the time I was studying that I want to go deeper into Azure or I want to go deeper into Google. I was the one who, even though I had no idea at the time that I would be working for someone who uses AWS, I thought it was the one that made more sense to me. So even if I hadn't gone to work at any, I would have gone a little more into AWS. I thought it was the one who made more sense to me.
Yeah.
It's to be honest, they mostly provide the same thing.
I was about to say it's much of a muchness. Like using AWS is good, and yeah, I like Google just because I'm familiar with where to click. Like literally, I just know where things are. Then I go to AWS, I'm like, where is this? I know how to do it. I just can't remember where the button is. Damn it.
Yeah, to be completely honest with you, maybe I like AWS more. That has nothing to do with the fact that I work with the AWS infrastructure. But when I'm talking about the beginning, I like the AWS. Of the three was the one, maybe because I could memorize the names better.
Yeah.
and the GUI, the platform made more sense to me.
Fair enough.
You have an Azure, how you create an Azure virtual machine. So you have the Azure thing, you go click on it. How do you go about creating a AWS instance? It's the same thing, just the name that changes. It's a virtual machine.
Pretty
AWS
much.
calls the DC2 instance. How do you do? So you have the AWS platform. And I thought it was easier, and I thought it was better, and I thought it made more sense to me, to be completely honest. That's why I like it better.
Yeah. I got another question here from Sharma, and this is going to be probably the last or second last question. How can one get into cloud security? Because I haven't heard of any popular resources on it. How to get into cloud? I mean, there's lots of certifications if you want to chase certs, but if you want to chase knowledge, there's different ways of learning about different cloud security, I guess, protections or hardening techniques that you can undergo. What do you reckon, Lola? How do you get into cloud security?
Before you even think about cloud security, be sure to know like cloud fundamentals.
Like infrastructure and networking and
infrastructure,
all that stuff.
Know cloud fundamentals, because cloud security would be the next step. Like even if you see like the AWS certification process, you have the cloud practitioner. There is the first one, and then you can go like to DevOps, or you can go to data analysis, or you can go into security. So before you get into cloud security, you should make sure that you're confident with your cloud fundamentals. That goes to any provider. I'm not trying to advertise Amazon here, but that goes to any provider, you know. Now I will advertise. INE has a very good cloud fundamentals learning path. If you're interested, it's a good way to get. But if you, I'm telling you INE because that's what I'm familiar with. Advertising too. But any provider will have trainings. Any provider will have learning material. You go to Microsoft, they have them because I took them, so I know they have them. You go to AWS, they have a learning center. You can take all the good stuff. It doesn't cost anything. If you're interested in taking the cloud practitioner certification, is like $99 or something like that it costs, the voucher. And Microsoft was giving them for $15 last year. I don't know if they have still kept
they do it in like rounds. Yeah, they do it in rounds of discounts. But
after you're passed with your cloud fundamentals, yes, if you're interested in cloud security, those same providers, they provide training on that too. INE does too. So there are many resources out there.
For sure.
I would say that they are more provider focused, because of nomenclature.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's like if you're learning about firewalls. I mean, if you could learn about general firewall structure and like policy rules, sets, and everything like that. But you could also go down and learn like about checkpoint firewalls or Palo Alto firewalls or FortiGate you know, whatever. There's specific certifications for each of the different pieces of tin out there to learn about those systems. So it's, I mean, I wouldn't say that everyone should go and do a checkpoint cert, because what if you don't run checkpoint?
The provider is completely, person who asked, the provider is completely up to you. You know, you do your research. The provider is up to you, but if you're thinking about cloud security, it's gonna be provider focused, you know. So maybe get exposed to all, or maybe you're like, oh, I don't like AWS, I don't like a cloud, Azure, and I don't like Google. So you go to VMware.
I'll just
but learn the fundamentals first.
Sorry, I'm just replying to someone on the chat real quick. Okay, the last question that we have is from Christo. No, not Christo. Where was it? Stephen Kelly, I think. Where was it? No, it wasn't. It was Kevin Lopez. The chat's starting to get busy, so I'm losing track. Question was, in terms of full-time jobs, are there more blue team based jobs versus red team based jobs? I think that question
Blue team.
is, yeah, it's generally blue team, but it also depends on where you are, and I guess if there are remote opportunities or not. I know in Australia and most of the US, it's blue. I don't know about like the Asia areas or Europe specifically, but I would take a wild guess that it would be blue as well. Just because there's a lot more to protect. Is that a true statement? Would you say that there's more to protect?
Say purple. I would say purple. It's the biggest.
Yeah. Oh, like doing a systems security audit, for example, and then running protections against that audit result. Is that what you mean? Or?
It's a combination. You know, it's a combination of blue and red. We have purple.
Yeah. True.
I think that would be. That's how purple is. You put a little bit of blue. You put a little bit of red. Purple.
True.
I think that would be the best. That would be the most common. You don't do 100% red and you don't do 100% blue. That would be the most common. Of course, if you're a SOC analyst, maybe you are in that blue team environment. When you go a little bit further in the organization, you might be involved with either blue or red.
I'd still say, like, I think there's more jobs on the blue team side available. Like, there's more. If you were to break it down to like a tree of cybersecurity, and there's cybersecurity, and then you got red team, purple, and blue, and then the listing of different job titles under blue. There's just more of them, I think, rather than the red team side, which is very specific and segregated. So it's but and then purple is just picking and choosing bits between both and putting them all together. So yeah, but anyway, that's all we've got time for tonight. We've hit 12 o'clock, so it's midnight. I gotta wake up early tomorrow for work, so I'm gonna end the stream here. But it's been a pleasure talking with you, CyberLola. It's always good to have a chat and get a different perspective of different people's views on the industry and get an understanding of how you got in yourself. So thank you very much for coming on and having a chat.
Thank you very much for having me. It was super fun.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was good fun. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream now, and I'll see you guys next week on the next stream. I can't remember who I've got lined up for next week's stream, but I'm sure it's going to be a super fun one. I'm very organized. There's been a lot going on in my personal life recently, so I haven't gone into the schedule for a minute. But anyway, I'll see you guys all there on the next one. Catch you later, and have a good night or morning or whatever time it is where you are. Peace out.
Bye, guys.